So you talk about Malaysia, food is always the best thing that people look for. It's like, Welcome to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong, and today we're here with Chef Khalil Zakhem, Executive Chef of Thyme at PARKROYAL Collection, Kuala Lumpur. He's going to share with us this amazing all-day dining that opened up somewhere in the middle of 2022, right? Well, time when all COVID happens, they open up a hotel, and it's a beautiful, beautiful all-day dining restaurant that I've been, and we want to know more about what is it that Thyme has to offer, what's the dining experience like, and what can guests expect in 2023. Let's welcome Chef. Hi, Chef.
Hi, thanks for having me for this interview. As you mentioned, Thyme is just in the short while, we opened since around 6 months. We managed to take place in the KL market and to be one of the best all-day dinings in KL. When our focus it's on the sustainabilities, organic and local resorts.
Right.
When more we focus on the authentic recipes, as we have show kitchens. We have Indian show kitchen, we have Chinese, we have Malay, Western, and Japanese. And ours aim to provide freshly cooked food when the chefs do the food à la minute and fresh. And the restaurant actually open for breakfast and lunch and dinners. Right. Yeah, and we do time to time as well promotions. Like right now we have a seafood buffet, which is I think is the best buffet so far in KL.
In KL.
Yeah, as our focus is more on the qualities of quality of products, ingredients, and the recipes.
But so how often do you do the seafood buffet? Is it a weekend thing? Is it a seafood champagne lunch?
Yeah.
When are the seafood, the menu, is it a whole spread or is it something that's very consistent every day?
Yeah, actually our seafood buffet every Friday and Saturday dinner time. We try to do something different from another in the markets. When we serve our seafoods, we have big varieties of seafood, which is cooked and raw. And our specialties is when the guest he can pick his seafoods, from the counter and to give to the chefs, to the Indian, they can choose. The customer they have the opportunity to choose, which cuisine he like to eat his seafood as an Indian
and
or
it's
Malay.
Prepared on the spot.
Yes,
it's cooked on the spot rather.
Yes. The guests he don't have to wait on the counter until they cook, so the waiter will serve to the guest tables. Yeah.
Oh, amazing!
And we have lobsters. You can eat as much as you can. That is one of our signatures. Okay. Yeah, and our oyster bar as well. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are the key things? You have the spread of oysters and lobsters. What else is on the seafood platter?
Yeah, we have oysters. We have oyster from France. We have two types of oysters. Sometimes can be from France, Japan's, Irish, US, Australians. And plus we have a lobster, which is local lobsters. We have shrimps, crab legs, mud crabs, varieties of seafood as well on ice. And plus we have the sushi and sashimi, which is most of the ingredients and the fish comes freshly from Japan.
Right. And it comes, and do you also have it with champagnes and if they want to put onto the wine, that's the additional part of it?
Yes.
And that's also part of the buffet?
Yes, no, that is a separate charge. I mean, of course, I mean, there's alcohol with wine and champagnes as well, but that will be separate charges, all available. And even on Sunday we have a bubbly brunch as well, which is we started. I mean, so that will be included the bubbly. Every Sunday brunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's on the spread for that at Thyme for the Sunday brunch? Bubbly brunch.
For Sunday as well, we do on Sunday brunch. It's a little bit different as well when you have a big spread of the seafood and as well oysters. But the different on that, guest he will get bubbly, plus we serve food direct, cooked and served as well to the, beside the buffet, we have the buffet spread as well. We do cook some dishes and we send directly to the tables. Like a sample, we do foie gras, so we cook and serve to the tables. We do the tandooris because we have a very good tandooris using charcoal, it's not gas, so the flavor and textures of the food is totally different. So we cook things and we serve it as well to the table beside the food which is displayed on the buffet.
Right. So, wow, just hearing what Chef has said it's a whole spread of all the Asian cuisine that you can get, right? The best of, the local cuisine. You've got, and these are all done by individual chefs that specializes in that cuisine.
Yes, we have for each kitchens or each sections, we have a specialist chefs, to look after the food. Yeah.
Oh, sounds like, it's a food heaven to go to go to Thyme. So Fridays and Saturdays is where you do the seafood buffet. Yeah, and then Sunday you have the bubbly lunch or brunch.
Yes.
And then the rest of the weekdays?
And we have Saturday as well. Saturday we have a Malaysian high tea as well during lunch. We have Malaysian high tea buffet, which is mostly focused on the Malaysian local cuisines on that days. Yeah, with varieties as well of display of desserts.
Yeah, so you talk about Malaysia, food is always the best thing that people look for. It's like, and that was what I was just talking about this in a previous episode. We talk about diversity, and Malaysia has that. We have, the diversity of the cuisine, and not just food, people, culture, and it's really nice to be able to enjoy a dining experience that has all this different flavors, for example, and you can have it in a group with your family, different people liking different cuisine and different things. That's really something.
That's the beauty about Malaysia and the cultures. When under one roof, you can get different flavor. Yeah. From Asia, from West, North.
Yes. Yeah. And it's really lovely. I mean, I've been to Thyme once, that time when the, closer to the opening time. And I must say that, first of all, I love the ambiance. It's huge, it's spacious. Yeah, it's really nice, very comfortable. And the spread, oh my God, I can't even finish it in one time, Chef. It's like you got to go back again a second time and the third time. Yeah.
That's why always we tell the guests, take your time, we open until 10:30, so it's good to try, most of the food which is displayed, on the buffets,
Yeah, but so I have to say, of course, Chef, I'd like to congratulate you and your team at Thyme, PARKROYAL Collection Kuala Lumpur, for being nominated in the HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022-2023 for one of the best restaurants in Malaysia. And, that tells me why, with a spread like that. And, the service that I've experienced as well at Thyme when I was there was really good. And, definitely looking forward to sustainability of the service and also the food quality. Yeah. So let's talk about, how was it like when you guys opened during the pandemic? I mean, not immediately. It was like about 2 years after. And how, the preparation time, the planning time before opening, how was it like for you and your team?
Yeah, it's
To put together a restaurant and a hotel opening at, during COVID time, like amazing work.
Yes, as you know, I mean, and that was tough times. I mean,
Yeah.
when this during the COVID, but I think it was a clear directions. I mean, from the beginnings, and to be the best. I mean, all the dinings in KL. I think we put all the challenges. I mean, what we have in the beginning, and we manage. As a management, I mean, to solve all these issues. As it was clear for us, we have to be the best. So it's why when we plan, I think we plan to use the best equipments. We plan, as well when the hiring as well to interview. I mean, the good chefs. It was I think that time is a little bit difficult. I mean, to as well get the good chef. Because as well it was the scare from their side to leave the job to move from place to place, but we managed to get very good chef from Chinese or Indian or Malay or Western, and even the Japanese and the pastry. I think as well we have the best executive pastry chef as well. I mean in Malaysia I can say. So. And after we get the team, I think we managed to work on the menus. When we put the qualities of the food, it's our priorities. I mean, when in whatever we do. So I think that we did a lot of trainings. We did a lot of food testing. We generate more feedback as well from the guests, and from there I think we opens, and I think we managed to take a good place in this tough market so far.
I think the good side of it was that you had more time, to do preparation and to do the proper hiring and tweak on the food and the menu, and then when the market was ready, there you go, you're open and you're all fully ready. And what is it that guests can be expecting from Thyme from now to end of the year? There's so many things. Ramadan's coming, and Chinese New Year just over. What are the things that people can look forward to at Thyme?
I think a lot of things, in our promotion calendar actually is full. So every month will be something new being added there,
Right.
Like for February, I think it's Valentine's just approaching, I mean, soon. So we have a very good plan as well for Valentine, when we have, I mean, we have dinners, set dinners in the level 20-25, plus we have a seafood as well dinner in Valentine, and our famous afternoon tea set as well at the Botanist, during the Valentine days, the Valentine's week.
Okay.
And definitely, after that we'll have Ramadan, then the Easter's. So a lot of promotions.
That's happening. So Ramadan's a huge thing. People love going out to dine and love, having huge spread of food. So what's exciting coming from Thyme for Ramadan period?
Yeah, I think we have a good plan, a big plan actually for Ramadans, to make it as well different this year. And special, it's the first time for our hotels, I mean, to do a Ramadan buffet. So yeah, we have in the times, we have, I think, a big spread of buffets for Ramadan, which is mostly focused on the local and international, and as well the Westerns and the Middle Eastern. I'm from Middle East, so to inject some food as well there from Middle East. And plus we are trying to open outdoor as well barbecues when the things cook freshly. And in the banquet as well, we're planning to have a bazaar this year as well with the states of Malaysia. So we have, I think,
nice.
We have a stall there for all the Malaysian states in the banquet. So we'll have two places for
the Ramadan period.
For Ramadan buffet.
I think people are all looking forward to it. Everyone's looking forward to the Ramadan period because it's all about, wow, where can I get good food, different dining experience, and I think they need to book early, isn't it now? Places are getting full.
Starting from March.
So it's good to do your bookings for sure. And for those who have not been to Thyme, and what would you recommend? I mean, you've got so many stations. You've got Malay food, Indian food, Chinese food, Japanese. And what else did you have, you say?
the Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Western.
And Western as well, right? And you can't finish all, trust me. I mean, the spread is just unimaginable. What are the few things that they have to try and they must try when they come to Thyme?
Yeah, I think the time whoever loved to try the food, I think this is the good place, for them to come and visit. Like we have a few signature there. I think they should try it. Like one of them, it's our curry laksa, Nonya curry laksa, which is, I think it's the best.
Curry
That's according to the feedback which we receive from the guests. I mean, curry laksa, Nonya curry laksa. Plus, we have our tandooris as well. We have the butter chicken tikka with the naans, because it's our tandoori as well as special. It's use charcoal. It's not gas. So the flavor what you get from the charcoal tandoori is totally different than the gas.
Okay.
And as well, should try our chicken rice.
Yeah.
The chicken rice. And from Malay side, the rendang, the beef.
The beef rendang.
Beef rendang or lamb rendang.
Okay, that's for sure. Okay, so you got that right. You did try the chicken rice, try the curry laksa, the tandoori chicken, and what was the beef rendang, the lamb rendang. And what about the Japanese side or the Western side?
Western, I mean, I love the pizza and pasta. They should try our pizza, or pasta, because
why is it so special?
Because my GM is Italian, so using his recipes, actually, I mean, for pizza and for some dishes, the Italian dishes, mostly the pasta. Yeah, we use his recipes,
Okay. So pizza, pasta is a must, right? And anything from the Japanese?
Japanese, yeah, of course, I mean, sashimis, and the sushis, which is...
Yeah, because you say that Thyme really focuses on quality and freshness, yeah?
Freshness, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the key things.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
And plus, as well, we have a dessert as well. Varieties of dessert displays,
So everything on dessert have to try.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, on the dessert, I think it's more than like 30 to 40 different type, I mean, so.
Yeah, so it sounds like a feast, isn't it? I mean, you got to go back again and again and again in order to finish everything. Yeah, lovely. I mean, I think I'm really, really glad to see, the F&B industry coming back, hotel industry coming back. And of course, really, really nice to see also people going back out to experience all the different cuisine and all the different new restaurants there are. Chefs can come back to work. And that's why we say chef at work. You guys can actually come back to work and really use your talent to provide the dining experience.
Yes, the true. I mean, you can see, the business coming back. And the good things about our Thyme restaurant as well, always the chef, he can interact directly with the customer. And the guest as well can see the food when the chef is prepared fresh, So always we have a lot of requests, with the guest, because, always can speak to the chef, directly. So they can do in the spots.
So do you think, moving forward, the dining experience, this is the way the dining experience should be, well, I mean, not should be, but, good to actually move towards that way where there's more interaction with customers.
Yeah, I think there's now the trend, it's more the chef to be interact with the customers, the old style, just to put the food, to cook in the bag and just to put the food. I think it's become a little bit old, so it's now more for the chef, to be physically, in the front of the guest, which is they can do the things in the spots, whenever the guest as well request, and especially when you have a lot of variety of food, so sometimes the guests get confused, so they need someone, to help and to explain what is the ingredient and the dishes, instead of just putting the food tags, which is sometimes difficult for the guest to understand what the dish is used. Yeah,
that's true. I love it. I love the fact that, the Thyme restaurant has that concept, where they bring forward, the chefs from the back of the kitchen now to the front, where you can actually not just interact with them, but actually watch them cook and see them cook. Yeah. And of course, to be able to get to know more about the dishes. So there's a lot of happening. The entire dining experience, I would say, changes. The entire perspective of dining experience changes because you don't just go to the counter, look at the tag, pick up your food, go back and eat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not an economy rice concept. Yeah, so it's really about interacting with chef, watching what they do, understanding the food and understanding the cuisines that you make, and it's nice. I mean, when I went there, I saw Chef Khalil walking around, and I think that's something that's really missing in the F&B scene, that you don't really see the executive chef walking around, but it's really nice to be able to see you walking around, interacting and talking to us about,
Yeah, the
being served,
engagement is very, very important.
Yeah,
I mean, as well, when you get as well the feedback directly from the customer, then you try to improve on, I mean, instead of waiting to the guest to write for you, I mean, about the feedbacks. That's some things as well we use it, I mean, in our Thyme restaurants.
Oh, that's really good.
Directly and engage with the customers. It's why most of the times, I mean, when the guest expectation it was not there, so we can try to do some things, I mean, to make him, feel more happy, I mean, and they leave the place happy as well.
Yeah. No, I think that's really the way forward. I think, in terms of getting feedback, customer interaction. Yeah, you get to actually hear, oh, how's the food, and they can tell you about, oh, I prefer this, or maybe not that. And if there's anything that sort of, didn't go really well, you can immediately fix it.
Yes, true.
That changes the person's dining experience altogether, isn't it?
Yeah. Some people, they get surprised, I mean, it's like, I mean, when you deliver their request, I mean, in the spot. So,
yes. And I think that's something that the F&B trend is also moving forward. It's the beauty of being able to see the chef, and speak to the chef, and that cares. That shows us that the chef cares about whether we like the food and how the food has been, what sort of cuisine we like, what sort of taste and flavors that we like, or what all we don't like. That makes a lot of difference to the dining experience.
I think this is all like a package. I mean, it's not only the food, of course, is one part, but as well, I mean, it's like the chef, the service, it means, the engagement, I mean, it's very important as well to make this experience, I mean,
it's a one thing, right? Nice. So, Chef Khalil, any last message to the audience before we let you off?
No, I mean, I think, like I mentioned about our all-day dinings, I hope, I mean, you come and visit our place and experience, I mean, our foods, even the breakfast or in lunch or in dinner.
Nice. Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Chef, for sharing with us. And I'm looking forward to trying out definitely the seafood buffet, the bubbly brunch. I mean, I'm going to go there and sit myself down and have all my lobsters and oysters.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you so much for tuning in. That was Chef Khalil Zakhem, Executive Chef of Thyme at PARKROYAL Collection, Kuala Lumpur. And we'll see you again at our future episodes on Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. See you then.